The fitness center here is a medically supervised, medically based fitness center. And so there are physical therapists and exercise physiologists on staff. The physical therapy department offers several disease-specific rehabilitation programs at the Center for Living. So we have programs that address patients that have pulmonary problems as well as cardiac dysfunction. We also do individualized therapy with patients that have a variety of chronic conditions.
I was diagnosed back in January with heart failure. I had an aortic valve leaking. I talked to my doctor and he suggested I come over here to this heart failure class. And I started exercising through the heart failure class, and I've been here for about 10 weeks now. It's really helped out. I went from being able to walk about a quarter of a mile to about 2 miles in 10 weeks. What diabetes means to me, it's a disease that's it's a silent disease that'll kill you if you don't manage it. It's very dangerous, but it is manageable if it's type 2 diabetes. And that's what I've been trying to do, is manage mine, because mine had gotten out of control.
When a client does come in and the client has diabetes, a lot of times the client will complain about being maybe fatigued, not having enough endurance to do the activities that they want to do in their daily lives, as well as maybe just feeling not strong enough to complete some of these activities. And so really what we're doing is we're working on increasing a client's strength, their endurance levels, their balance, their flexibility, and helping them get back to doing the things that they want to do every day.
The transition from not being active to active was very hard. I was pretty lazy. I didn't want to do anything. I enjoyed sitting and watching TV, and every time I would think about exercising, I was like, well, I'll get out when it's a little bit cooler, or I'll do it in the morning. And I just didn't have that willpower to get out there and do it. And the doctor pretty much told me, either you exercise and improve yourself, or you're going to get worse and die.
When Lewis first came to us, his biggest complaint was his endurance level, that he really couldn't tolerate even much activity out in the community, because he couldn't walk as far as he wanted to do. He became very fatigued very easily and just had to take a lot of rest breaks. And so he wasn't able to go do the things that he wanted to do.
So I decided to go ahead and start exercising. And it was tough at first. Like I said, when I first started walking, I could walk about a quarter mile. And I would get tired and give out, and I'd say, well, I've had enough of this, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. But you get to thinking in the back of your mind, so, well, it beats dying, so that's a good motivation.
Lewis's attitude has been phenomenal the entire time that he's been here, and I actually think that that's one of the most important things that you can take into when you begin an exercise program. What we've seen is just a huge progression in terms of what he's been able to do. He's tolerating now a good 45 minutes of activity, and I know, just a couple weekends ago, he actually went up with his fiancée to the mountains and spent the weekend hiking. So he is doing a lot more out in the community. He's a lot more active, and he's really doing what he wants to do now with no limitations.
My eyesight has improved. My blood sugar levels have definitely decreased, and I'm hoping to be off insulin within about 6 months.
Every day I come to work, and it's such a wonderful feeling to work with clients and see their progress and hear their stories about the things that they're now able to do. It is a very rewarding profession, and I'm so glad that I chose it.
Doing exercise with the neuropathy has been challenging, but it's doable. It's not a reason not to exercise. You have to give yourself self-motivation to do this. I could just give up and say, well, I've got diabetes and there's nothing I can do about it, but it is something you can do about it.